What is up, everyone? Welcome into week 11 of the high school football season. I'm ABC 17 Sports Director Natalie Jones. Rockbridge's district title defense begins now. Fresh off of a first-round bye, the Bruins need just 2 wins to hoist back-to-back district plaques. RB has got the momentum needed to make that happen. Head coach Matt Perkins has led his group to 8 straight W's in an undefeated CMAC season. Now, Rockbridge hopes all the regular season success will carry on over into the playoffs. It all starts with a date with St. Dominic. Bruins hunting to hand a 4th consecutive loss to the Crusaders to punch their ticket to the district title game. The stakes don't get much higher than this. Tonight is for the season. Bruin offense started fast. First possession, Brady Davidson rolls out. He hits his guy Drevin Seaman with the dots. There's so many weapons on this team to contend with, folks. 7-0. Rockbridge up early. Seaman saying hello to all his adoring fans out there. We love to see it. Let's skip to the second quarter. We're still sitting at the same score. Crusaders back to punt, but look out for Quentin Lee. He comes in like a freight train, blocks the punt, also gets the recovery. RB football in the red zone, no less. And just a couple plays later, you know they're going to capitalize. Davidson lifts up another bomb, this time to another weapon, Devin Holt. Nice catch in the end zone. Bruins are up 14-zip in semifinal action. You got to give a lot of credit to the Rockbridge defense, though, making play after play. Check out Lee. He does it all, folks. Punt blocks and now interceptions. My goodness. The man's not going to quite break loose, but he got some yards after the interception. Bruin offense couldn't score on that possession, though, so still 14-0. Next time, St. Dominic Garten RB territory, though, they capitalize. Brennan Chechen hits Chaz Hurston for a touchdown. This is now a 1-possession ball game. Seconds before halftime, though, Bruins make it a 2-score game once more. Handoff to Donovan Taylor. He shed some tackles on his way into the barn to make it 21-7 at the break, guys. Rockbridge wins 35-14 to head to yet another district title game. In Class 5, District 5, Helias hosting Camdenton in a rematch of the Satyrs' 38-8 conference win back in Week 4 action. Second drive of this football game. Crusaders are at the goal line. Let's get the run going. Brady Fan fights it in from 2 yards out, 7-0 Helias in the opening minutes. Good start out there for the hometown team. Later on in the first quarter, same score. Head coach Chris Hench is sticking on the ground here. Hands it off to Alex Marbury, and he gets to the outside, and he gets in for 6. Things are looking good for the Satyrs so far. Second quarter now. Camden trying to get something going here. Carson Durnan trying to lead that charge. Look at this. He's going to roll out here looking for an open man. He's just going to throw it to the wrong man. Owen Geip is there for the INT. Nicely done. Helias going to dominate Camdenton 45-17 to advance to the district title. Who's meeting Helias out there? Capital City facing Lebanon tonight, hoping to get into that game against Friday against a tough Satyr team. And the Cap City offense trying to get going early out there in JC. Jalen Thomas gets the toss from Evan Schaefer, but the ball is knocked loose. That is Lebanon football, and they capitalized to make it a 6-0 ball game right out of the gates out in JC. Cap City looking for a response, though. Evan Schaefer calls his own number this time, and there's the response they needed. He's in for 6 to put the Cavs down by just 3 points. It's still a ball game. Yellow Jacket offense was a handful tonight, though. Malachi Simmons barrels into the barn, extends the lead to 10. Cavs desperate for an answer here. Schaefer looks downfield, but he's brought down by a swarm of Yellow Jackets. Capital City season ends 44-24 tonight. To the scoreboard now, Osage falls on the road to Warrenton 42-7. Hannibal ends Mexico's season 42-27. Hallsville, get this, guys, massive win over the 1 seed St. Charles West 26-20. Moberly edges past Wright City 49-42. The Class 2 District 3 semifinals are loaded with talent. I'm breaking down the path to the district title for a pair of Boone County schools right after the break.
At First State Community Bank, our business customers aren't just clients. They're part of our community.
Working with FSCB doesn't feel like just a bank. It feels like working with friends.
The FSCB team is always helpful and responsive. Everyone is eager to make sure we get the help that we need.
When you bank with FSCB, you're not just supporting a bank. You're investing in a relationship that fosters growth for your business. Join us at FSCB, where personalized service and expert advice are just the beginning.
For all those who play, work, and think outside, Polaris has what you need to go big. Big homes, big adventure. Polaris is built for the way you ride. Precision Water and Power Sports makes it easy to get there. Fair prices, competitive finance, and a lineup of Polaris ready to go out and play, get down to work, and be outside. At Precision Water and Power Sports, it's all about the experience. Visit online or stop by their location just east of Jefferson City.
At Farm Power Lawn and Leisure, we're as proud of the new Kubotas as you'll be. There's a reason Kubota compact tractors are the best selling in North America. It's the power, the quality build, the legacy of hard work. You get the same from Farm Power Lawn and Leisure. For 50 years, we've been Mid-Missouri's leader in superior sales and service. Come on in, save some money, and get your new Kubota delivered today from Farm Power Lawn and Leisure in Columbia.
This segment of ABC 17 News is sponsored by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
What's the perfect word to describe the place with the most unique gifts? Vintique. Dogwood Vintiques. With 20,000 square feet and over 150 vendors, there's something for everyone. New, vintage, antique gifts at Dogwood Vintiques.
Have the smile you want and deserve without the anxiety of dental treatment. All American Dental offers comprehensive services with kind, compassionate care and sedation options. From exams and cleanings, fillings and crowns, to dental implants, extractions, and emergency dentistry, this knowledgeable, veteran-owned practice does it all with care, utilizing advanced technology and an unprecedented level of precision. Ease your mind with conscious sedation and get your best smile at All American Dental. Call today.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Act fast. It's an extreme internet deal. Low prices, high speeds, and big bonuses. Switch now and get Internet 250 for $19.99 a month for a year. Experience download speeds up to 250 meg. Plus, get our advanced Wi-Fi with Secure, free for a year. A free Zumo Stream Box for all your entertainment needs. And a $100 Amazon.com gift card. Level up your internet. Hurry, call 844-EXTREME2 to save.
Perfect word to describe the place with the most unique gifts. Vintique. Dogwood Vintiques. With 20,000 square feet and over 150 vendors, there's something for everyone. New, vintage, antique gifts at Dogwood Vintiques.
Welcome back, guys. It's anyone's guess who's going to be the last team standing in Class 2 District 3. Each of that district semifinal programs have posted at least 7 wins this season, including these two teams. Tolton and Centralia are battling for more than just Boone County pride tonight. The winner cements their spot in the district championship with Lafayette County. Going to be a fun one out here. The Blazers focused on defending last season's district title, while Centralia is seeking its first trip to a district championship game in 4 seasons. Right out of the gates, though, Panthers hand it off to Charlie Robinson. He runs virtually untouched up the middle for a score. It is 8-3, Centralia on top in Columbia. That's when the Blazer defense really got going, though. Ryan Deakins was flying all over the field tonight. He gets a big sack on a snap from the Panthers. But how about some offense to support him out there? They need it. Dominic Abadi going to call his own number at the goal line. He gets outside and into the barn. Tolton takes a lead 9-8. Right back with the football. The fans are excited. Abadi this time going through the air. He hits Lucas Wheatholder 18 yards house. Trailblazers extend the lead 16-8. The Panthers did dial up a bit of a response here, though. Rex Bryson weaves through traffic, and he is in for the 14-yard score. We had ourselves a ball game, but guys, the Blazers end the Panthers season 37-20. Tolton moves on to their second straight district title game. Nicely done, Mr. Agnew. Blair Oaks playing Southern Boone for a second time in just 2 weeks, but this time for a spot in the Class 3 District 4 title game. Let's get to it. This Falcon offense was flying high out of the gates. First drive from scrimmage, handoff to Toby Ebler. He gets through traffic for a quick score. Blair Oaks up 7-0 in a hurry. They were hurrying all night. They were far from done. The ground game was working. Tyler Backs hands it to Carson Verslis. And he gets in from the outside, going to make a house call. Head coach Ted LePage's offense is rolling 14-zip. Time to get the air game going, though. Bax rolls out and hits Vander Halford. Look at this man shedding a tackle, and he's going to go 37 yards to the crib. An absolute deluge in the beginning of this game, 21-0. Soboco trying to get back into this one on the defensive end. Big group of Eagles takes down Bax for little to no gain there. But this Blair Oaks offense, guys, we've seen it all season. They were on a mission. Bax lifts up a bomb to Halford, his second TD of the night. Falcons soar to a 66-0 shutout win to advance to the district championship game. Let's see who's going to join Blair Oaks on that big stage. Boonville, one win away from returning to the district final, facing Knob Noster. First quarter, Pirates up first, but check out the Panthers. They're going to respond with a massive kick return. He's hurdling guys, shedding tackles, folks. He's going to go all the way. This might be the best kick return I've seen in my time at ABC 17. My goodness. Boonville, it's going to be their turn to respond to that, though. That's a tough act to follow. I want you guys to watch this, though. They're going to do their best to follow it up. Landon Cons back to pass to the Pirates. He finds his brother Logan Cons tightly covered. What a catch. Big time play. The Pirate offense is rolling up over Knob Noster. The Pirate defense making plays too. Panthers lift up a pass in desperation before half, but Dylan Clark comes up with the interception at the goal line. Stifling play from Boonville tonight to win 40-13. They're going to meet Blair Oaks in the district championship game. Congratulations to those guys. To the scoreboard, Lafayette County takes down South Callaway 42-12. Brookfield beats Lawson 28-14. Tipton routs Crestridge in shutout fashion tonight 69-0. And Salisbury defeats Marceline 24-13. Well, reaching a district championship game is an absolute grind no matter what class you are in here in Missouri. But it's an even longer journey in Class 1. While most of the state was playing for spots in district title games, teams in Class 1 are still trying to reach the semifinal round, including Fayette and Harrisburg. Two teams that just met 3 weeks ago, so these guys know each other. Fayette seeking redemption for a 32-point loss to Harrisburg in Week 8 with even higher stakes this time around. Let's get right to it. Falcons snap the football, but it's going to go sailing into the backfield. Big loss for Fayette, so that's going to get Harrisburg the football. Both teams struggle to get going offensively tonight. Handoff to Caleb Sager. He is going to get a first down, but Trace Combs is trying to capitalize. He's going to get sacked. Turnover on downs. It's Falcon football. Fayette's turn to try to get something going. Oh no, a fumble. Just when you think you have some momentum going, it all goes away. Defense sends us into half scoreless. Let's light a fire here, guys. Combs says enough is enough. He lives up a bomb to Bryce Ott. Houston, we have a touchdown. Harrisburg advances 16-6 in a barn burner against Fayette. Final check of the scoreboard tonight. Paris dominates Schuyler County 86-46. You gotta love 8-man football. Herman gets it done against St. Pius X 26-19.